my name is Katie, and welcome to my channel, Duck Potatoes World of Wonderful Fiber Arts, and this is my weaving playlist, Weaving with Bee. Beatrix is my 2-shaft handmade floor loom that I weave on, and I have been long overdue for this video. I apologize for anyone that's been waiting, but I have been documenting a process of weaving a project, from dressing the loom at the very beginning all the way through finishing the object. And the last thing that we did together was I had finally finished tying on to my front beam and I was ready to start weaving. And then life happened. I have kids and we just got crazy busy. And it's been months. I'm so sorry, but I am back today and we are going to finally weave this scarf. Now, this is probably the most fun part of weaving, and I think it's also the quickest part. So I'm hoping to get the whole scarf, the whole length of it, woven today in one video. But if I run out of time and we have to cut it short, then there may be a part 2 of the actual weaving. But I am so thrilled to be here, and I am going to show off one really cool feature of my loom that is new. I was able to commission a tray built for the top of my castle. So I now have a tray where I can put my shuttles while I work, and I'm very excited about that. You can see the tray if you've seen any of my previous videos. The castle looks just a little different because it has a tray on top now. So I want to thank the Francos for my tray. I love it. It's perfect. I sent them a picture of my loom and they stained it. I sent them measurements and they built it, and perfect. I don't think they could have done a better job of matching it if they had come up here and looked at the loom themselves. So I'm real thrilled about that. All right. We are going to get started. Let's weave, finally. Yay. All right, so this is Beatrix, and she is ready to go. We're just going to that fall on the floor. All right, I'm kind of having to remember how to start. I know I want to start with weaving some waste yarn. So I actually have some waste yarn. I do want to put some twisted fringe on this scarf when it's done. So I want to leave a good, 6 inches. 6 inches is probably what I want to do. I need to engage my break because I don't think that is engaged. So put some tension on this because I always leave my loom without tension. So we'll get that done. There's my shed, which looks great. Everything looks good. So this is my waste yarn I'm going to start with. I'm going to weave a little bit of that in first. I'm wondering if I want to put some of this in sometimes it's a good idea to put something thicker than your project yarn in a few times just to help everything even all out. So I don't actually have this on a shuttle, but I could wind it on a shuttle really quick. And this is kind of thick, so I may start with this. Here's one of my antique rag shuttles here. This will hold this waste. This is what I actually used to tie on with, but I should be able to weave just a couple of rows, a couple of shots with this, and it should be fine. Okay, so I think I'm going to do that. So, I forgot, but I do have floating selvages, so I always want to go over and under in the same pattern. So I'm trying to remember. I think it's always over the first one, and we're going to go under the second one. Actually, I don't think it matters which way you do it as long as you do it the same every time. So, and this is going to be really loose. It's just over the first, under the second time. over and under. As you can see here, where I've got this one that's kind of short, so it's gonna take a few to get all this sort of evened out. I don't like what's happening here very much. See if I can even this out a little bit. Tighten that up a little and see if that helps. Over the first one, under the second one. Oh, I missed weaving. I haven't been able to do this in so long. So this is, the whole purpose of this is just to kind of even out the tension and get a nice, clean, I believe that's called the fell line. The term is not coming to me readily, so that might not be the right word, but this line here, I may have to look it up and write it on the screen for you later. But I want this to be nice and even. And this is good for my fringe as well, because this waste yarn, all this space will be taken up with fringe later. So we are good there. I think my next project when I finish this is going to be some placemats. I have an idea about what I want to do, so we'll see. So just a reminder for anyone watching this video, nothing in this video is going to be sped up. I will skip, like when I move the camera and stuff like that. I'm not out to make anybody seasick, but this is a real-time recording of this project. So however long it takes me to weave waste yarn, that's how long you get to watch. However long it takes me to weave this scarf, that's how long you're going to watch. Like, I'm not speeding anything up. But if you do not want to spend quite so much time watching me do this, you are welcome to speed up. You can do that in YouTube in the settings. So if you want to watch the scarf take shape a little faster, feel free to go into your settings and speed things up yourself. But my goal is to document one weaving project from start to finish, just without, just to see how I do and how long it takes me. And this is kind of an interesting, kind of a pretty look. I'm almost sad this isn't part of the scarf. I like this fatter weft with a thinner warp. I may keep that in mind. Oops, I dropped my shuttle. See if I can reach it. I can. Don't want to do that. I love my tray. I can set it right up there and it won't fall off. That is great. Whew. Okay. Actually, maybe I'll just kind of wind it on here first a little bit. While I finish up the last of this. I'm not at all worried about my edges. Again, all of this is going to come out at the end because this will be taken up with fringe. So this is not part of the scarf itself. It is just waste yarn, space holder. I am learning that I want to do more waste yarn when I start and stop or go in between projects if I'm putting more than one thing on the same loom. I am learning that more waste yarn is a good way to go. The more, the better. I like having enough space to work with there at the end. Okay, so I actually want to do about 6 inches of waste yarn. So I'm going to pull my little thing here. I've got a tape measure in here. I believe I do. Yes, I do. There it is. Oops, dropped my scissors. Might need those. Someday in the future, I'm going to do a different project once I've gotten lots of experience, and I'm going to see how much I've learned and how much better I do. It'll be fun to see. Or, you know, who knows, maybe I'll keep dropping. So I'm still doing waste yarn here. This is more waste yarn. Idea is not to have a super tight scarf. I want it to be kind of loose. So I'm not beating it very hard. Let's see, I think I'm going to go ahead and advance this a little bit. I'm going to need to come over here and release my brake. I have to get up and move to do this. I can't do it from my seat, unfortunately. Oh, it's still stuck there. There we go. Give myself a little more room to work. Don't know what fell there. Wasn't anything important. I think it was my threader. Fell out of my bag. I want to make my edges a little tighter on this side. This side looks pretty good. A lovely, cool, rainy day. Well, relatively cool. I do live in Texas after all. But you might hear a little thunder. So I'm wanting about 6 inches or so of waste yarn. I'm at about 4.5. Let's see what that is. Well, it's not quite 6, but we're close. So go a little bit further. I do want a full 6 inches of waist. Because I want plenty of yarn for my fringe. Okay, I'm gonna have to advance my warp again. Probably should have measured it just before I did that, but I don't think it was 6 inches yet. Let's see. No, not quite. Oh, okay. So I advanced my warp too far, and I can't get my beater all the way down to the fell line, so now I've got to unadvance it a little bit. Okay. There we go. Every loom is a little different about how far you can advance based on your own beater and different things. And I don't have a lot of space before I have to start advancing things, and that's okay. Good for me to get up and stand up straight probably every so often. Okay, let's see where we're at. I'm gonna go a little further still. I don't think I have quite got 6 inches, and I'm close. Okay, I think that should be, if not 6 inches, very, very close. That should be good for my fringe. So now I can start my project. So I can cut this and save that for the end. Now I am going to do a little bit of a khaki stripe to start, and then the majority of the scarf will be blue, and then a little bit of a khaki stripe at the end. Because this is an ocean themed colorway, and so it's going to be like a little bit of beach, and then the ocean, and then a little bit of beach. So now I am starting my project yarn. loose on this other end. Super loose. I don't want it that way.
Okay, that's enough of that. I'm going to change color. Switch to the blue. Which will be the color that most of the scarf is, the blue. Yeah, that one looks lovely. This one does not look lovely. No, this edge looks great. This edge, not so much. Well, we have been weaving together for about an hour now, and I'm clearly not almost done. I figured it would take 1, maybe 2 hours to weave the scarf, but I got started just a little later than I was hoping. And like I said, clearly, I'm not going to finish this all in one session. So I'm gonna weave for maybe 10 more minutes, and then we're gonna call it a day, and I will get this posted up. You guys can see an update, and I will have to finish the scarf in another video. Maybe I will come back and weave a little more soon. Sooner than last time. I don't plan to take a months-long hiatus this time. But I want to say thank you for everyone who joined in and hung out with me today. I hope you are enjoying Duck Potatoe's world of wonderful fiber arts. I know that I enjoy all different kinds of fiber arts. And I do appreciate you guys hanging out with me. If you are a new viewer, I appreciate you checking me out. If you are a returning viewer, as always, I am so grateful you have decided to come back and visit my channel again. As always, I hope that you guys will have a blessed day and a blessed time between now and whenever we are together weaving again. I hope that you guys will be glorifying God in all that you do. And I never cease to be grateful. God could have made this world black and white. He could have kept the joy of creating all to himself. We don't have to have music. We don't have to have art. Things don't have to be beautiful. But God, in his wisdom and his generosity, and really ultimately for his glory, he gave us this gift of beauty and creativity. He gave it to us to enjoy, and as a way that we can worship him by emulating him and his goodness. And I am so very grateful that he did. And I pray that you guys are grateful for that as well. I hope to see you back here at Duck Potatoe's World of Wonderful Fiber Arts. There will obviously be more Weaving with Bee. You can also check out Created to Create, which is my monthly sort of a vlog where I just give a diary of sorts of what I've been working on for the month. We often have things to share, and there's usually a lucky duck who will get to enjoy some fiber goodness of his or her own. So hang out and poke around the channel. There's a sock machine. I have a sock machine named Sock-a-Latte. Oftentimes Lottie makes appearances. There's all kinds of stuff going on in Duck Potatoe's world. So I am going to finish this up, like I said, for just a few more minutes. And then I am going to check out. And I pray you all have a very blessed day in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ. And I'll see you guys next time.